Now, I know most of you use technology in your life, but you may be unfamiliar with the effect technology has on you. Technology has been around for a long time in society and has been used a lot. Technology can affect our face-to-face conversations. It can also affect our sleep-wake cycle, and it also has a major impact on our educational system. So with that being said, technology can impact our education, our sleep, and our social interactions. So to begin, technology affects our social interactions. It affects our interactions by making it easier to interact with people that may live far away, like relatives that you don't get to see very often. These relatives, you may not be able to see them very often because they live so far away and you can't really see them, but having the ability to text them and call them really helps us out tremendously, and it's really good for your mental health. But on the other side of that, it can also have a bad effect. Just because you're not getting that face-to-face conversation you would in a real-life situation, it can mess with your social cues, like body orientation, voice, your cadence, that kind of thing. And really, it could just make you lead to isolation, and it's really just bad on your mental health. Another bad thing about technology is social media was created, and social media creates a lot of drama, especially when people misinterpret what you might say on social media. Like, you could send a text message and say something, but they take it the wrong way just because of the social cues aren't there. According to Walfer, social media users employ language about the use of physical appearance, body orientation, and vocal pitch, cadence, quality, and numerous other cues that are part of speech. So not only does technology teach us social interactions, but it also teaches us our sleep-wake cycle. Technology affects our sleep-wake cycle by affecting our melatonin levels. So if you're unfamiliar with your sleep-wake cycle, it's basically your biological clock, and it's a 24-hour kind of time frame that tells you when to sleep and when to wake up. And when the two major factors that affect this sleep-wake cycle is darkness and light. So when it's dark out, your melatonin produces a ton of melatonin, but when it's light out, you don't produce very much melatonin. So red light's actually shown to produce more melatonin, and it's really just good for your sleep, especially if you're not in a blue or white light situation. A noise environment also helps with technology because it improves our sleep. According to Kogan, even exposure to electric light can acutely suppress melatonin levels and adversely affect sleep. Now I'm going to show you a chart of what I was just talking about with the melatonin. So as you can see, when you're awake, you can see your melatonin levels right here really just fall. And when you're sleeping, you can see how it just spikes like crazy. So as you can see there, you can see the times on the bottom. So as I was saying about the melatonin, when you produce more melatonin when it's dark out, so that's why you see such an increase. I also provided a picture of when the sun hits your eyes. So when the sun hits your eyes, you can see that your pineal gland produces this melatonin. You can see that it kind of blocks it right here. It blocks your melatonin, making it harder to sleep. So finally, technology can also affect our education. It affects our education just because it gives us a tremendous amount of time to find information or for our research and all that. Just because it makes research a lot easier. It can also be bad at the same time because it goes away from old teaching tactics. Just because when you get called on, it helps your critical thinking skill just because you're really thinking about it. And when you're not thinking about it and looking it up on the internet, you're not having any good critical thinking or problem solving skills. So in conclusion, technology has many different outcomes for society. Whether it is a good or bad thing, it teaches us a lot. Technology has major effects on society's mental health and well-being. Technology also helps shape the educational system and moderates our sleep-wake cycle. Technology has a huge impact on society by influencing our social reactions, sleep, and shaping our education. Who knows where the world would be with or without technology?
Good job, Beans.